Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Just getting set up here. Okay, hoping things load now. Ooh, okay, technical difficulties, 2 seconds. Let's try that one again. Oh, thank God for that. So how are we all doing today, then? It's a little bit late, isn't it? But hey, we've got a few minutes to go, so at least we get some of that. How you doing there, Unknown, and how you doing there? Kangaroos are cool. Yeah, you kind of missed the part where the game didn't actually come up and it was just a screen, but we're all good. We're all good. Let's see, can I take a look at the options here? I like the music, I really do like the music. How is everybody today, then? What you guys been up to? And girls, of course. Diplomacy on. A little bit loud there, actually. Let's see, details. We'll have those on this time. Yeah. I feel you, man. I feel you. Let's see, counter sets. We could have NATO, Silhouette. Silhouette could be interesting, but I think we'll stick with the NATO symbols for the time being. Yeah, I think that makes sense. There we go. How you doing there, Nightlight? Good to have you, my man. The game really does have some superb music, though. Really, really do like it. Any of you guys excited for the new Distant Worlds that'll be coming out in, well, some point in the future? I was reading on Reddit the other day that the developers have... They're going to put out some information about Distant Worlds 2, and you know what? I'm really, really looking forward to that. Like, massive, massive fan of Distant Worlds. Universe, that is. So I really cannot wait for the second one. Ah, it's going to be awesome. I do like Jaculus. Good to have you, my friend. How you doing there, Van Bishop? I swear to God, I only see certain names in this one place. Which is quite amusing. I think what we're going to be doing today then, yeah, Distant Worlds is so good. It's one of the best ones out there in my opinion. I think what makes it so good is the fact that it has a private economy. Or like a civilian economy. So basically, you'll have your home world, and then let's say you actually colonize another world, or you develop faster than light travel. Like hyperspeed, basically. And, yeah, it stimulates the actual civilian economy. It's really, really cool. You guys are going to make me want to buy this, aren't you? Yeah, there we go. Exactly the point there. Come on, music. Let's get going again. No? Okay. It'll get better when it wants to get there. I think today I'm going to be doing the Allies. We did the Axis last time. I think I'm going to try as the Allies this time. I really do... I don't know. I've got a soft spot for the French over here in the Second World War. I've just got a soft spot for the French in general. I don't know. It's just something about their position. Just something about them being the underdog. But Bello writes they should not have been the underdog. This is quite cool. I really do like them. What about you guys then? If you had the option, which nations would you actually play? If you had to play a singular nation rather than as an alliance block, who would you choose? I suppose that's going to be the question, isn't it? I might have to get the music going here. I'm sure it'll play when we get into it. The Russians, yeah. The Soviets would always be very, very interesting. It makes you wonder about the Turks. But who knows, we will have some different diplomatic options available to us as the Allies. So it'll be interesting to see if we can get any other nations into the war that previously were not, well, obviously in our timeline, were not in the war itself. So that could be quite intriguing. And the Turks really do have a very interesting position as well. Like, it'd be very handy to have, I don't know, to be able to go through the Sea of Marmara to actually access the Black Sea, so we could actually link with the Russians. But there we go, it is now 6 PM. So hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Warplan. So this is a rather, I quite like the game. I'm a big fan of it. I like games like this where it's a good mix of actual strategy, but it's nice and casual enough where you can actually enjoy it. You can get through a game pretty quickly, in my opinion. Probably wouldn't take too long. So we do have some different options over here. So I'm playing version 1.03. I did play originally version 1.00. So let's see what is new here. Okay, so this game starts at war with the United Kingdom, France, Poland, Italy, the USSR, and neutral. This scenario simulates an alternative style to allowing Italy to declare war on the Allies at any time. It is it is balanced or paid by email. Okay, that's interesting then. So what we're going to do then is we're going to go with 1939 here. I'm going to go as the Allies. Let's see. Computer bonus experiences, historical, trained, experienced, veteran, seasoned. Interesting. There's quite a few. Wow. Loyal elite. Bench. I love it. Okay. How you doing there, Banana? Hello there, Grey Knight. To me, this is the computer version of the Third Reich. You know, I've not heard of that one, actually. Well, I've heard mentions of the Third Reich, but I've not seen it. I think what I'm going to go for then is... I think we'll go for... Yeah, we'll go for optimal then. Give the AI a little bit of an advantage there. Yeah, loyal elite. I can't say I've ever heard of that one, to be honest. I like the last one that you mentioned. That one is rather amusing. It is pretty good. Okay, yep, there we go. The music is back on. How you doing there, Freya? Right, so of course, as the Allies, we do not have the first turn. We are responding here. So this one's going to be rather intriguing. I mean, we will get to play with the Polish, so it's going to be rather interesting to see how we can actually hold as Poland. The issue is, of course, that the Soviets will declare war inevitably on the Polish, so there's not too much we can do there. It does seem like the German AI did have a very similar approach to how we tackled Poland. But we do have some armies over there that we might be able to try and draw back towards Warsaw. It's not looking too great though here at the moment for Poland. But we'll see. The issue, of course, when it comes to Warsaw is if Warsaw was on the other side of the river, we'd have a significantly better chance, but unfortunately not. Right, okay, so that puts us in a very difficult position. Okay, so... Germany has declared war on Poland, confident that the United Kingdom and France would do nothing against their aggression, as they had done in the past. On September 3rd, both England and France declared war on Germany, honouring their defensive pact with Poland. The Western Allies realised appeasement was a failure, and Germany's aggression must be stopped. Italy is neutral and unprepared for war, unsure of the situation. They failed to honour the Pact of Steel. Germany has signed a 10-year non-aggression pact and trade agreement with the Soviet Union, ensuring that for at least 3 years the USSR will not join the war. A secret protocol was signed between Germany and the USSR that would divide Poland's spoils between themselves. Poland is surrounded on all sides, and their position seemed hopeless versus the German juggernaut. Okay, so we have Axis victory over here, we have Allied victory over here. I like that these, the text is actually coloured now, that does make it a little bit easier. Rise and decline of the Third Reich. Ah, right. Yeah, I've heard of it, but yeah. I mean, the actual time there, quite some time before my own years there. Okay. So, Allied victory is obviously the one I'm going to be interested in. So, take and hold as many objectives as possible for as long as possible throughout the game. The Allies win if they have enough victory points, or Germany and Italy have surrendered. So, Germany starts the game at war. Okay. Hungary, if France has surrendered, Hungary will join me as the Axis. Same here for Romania. When you're a younger man. You never stop, my man. You never stop being young at heart. Okay. Germany needs to keep at least 6 land units over there. How you doing there, Pino? Good to have you, my friend. Yeah, so that one at least will keep some Axis strength over in Poland. Now... Joins the Allies, so this is the USSR. Joins the Allies in May 1942, or when Germany declares war on the USSR. A German invasion of the Baltic states drastically increases the USSR's entry towards the Allies, allowing them to join the Allies in the summer of 1940. The USA becomes an allied power on December 7th, 1941. The more territory the Axis take from the United Kingdom, the earlier the USA comes, not the USSA. The USA comes into the one of the allied side. Okay. So, Norway. See, the thing is, if we preemptively invade Norway, to protect them, of course, then we will have to deal with the fact that Norway would then join the Axis. They also do raise troops to defend themselves as well. So it's one of these things of, well, if we do that, it might be ultimately better for us in the long run, but it is going to make things quite difficult in the short term. Yeah, exactly, United Soviet States of America. Oh dear. So we can see here then, Persia will join the Axis if Baghdad has a German unit occupying it. It doesn't look like we have nations that would actually join the Allies. Right, so we see that we've had cavalry shattered, and the Modlin army has been shattered as well. So we begin in quite a interesting position as the Allies. So we do see that the Italians are moving their forces down the Italian peninsula then, I'd imagine towards Sicily perhaps, or potentially over to Albania. We'll be rather interested to see what they do ultimately there. The Polish situation... it is looking rather intriguing. No, this unit does not have the opportunity to escape. They could move there. In some ways, it might be actually worth our time to head towards the coast, perhaps. The issue is we do not hold Danzig. What I'm thinking then... let's see. No, unfortunately we can't move here. If I could move there, we could cut this infantry division and the armor division off for a small amount of time. Try and draw their attention away. It might be that... the issue, of course, is if we pull back to Warsaw, we could try to hold out as long as possible, but the issue is with Poland just... it's inevitably going to collapse. So it's one of these things of damned if you do, damned if you don't, really. I was trying to think, how could we cause issues for the Germans? We could have tried to advance towards their headquarters and potentially the assets that they have over here. I could try to swing towards Königsberg, but the thing is there's a core over here, there's a core here. And I'm not entirely sure what this unit is, but I can imagine it is possibly headquarters or a division. Thanks you there, Paul. Good to have you, my man. But then if I move, I think my best bet is to move into Germany itself. We're doomed here in Poland. And that's awesome there, Paul. Yep, it's holding out for the time being. So I think what we might do then is look to try and cause problems for the Germans over here in Prussia. I'm going to move over here. Okay, so we do find ourselves opposed by an actual core over here. What I'm kind of banking on is the fact that the Axis will have to send forces to come back over here. I could have gone for Danzig, but the thing is Danzig is pretty... it's fairly close to the other cores over here. So what I'm going to try and do then is cause them a problem here. Even this isn't going to do terribly much, but if we can try and draw their forces away for the... I don't know, for some time, that'd be quite good. We do have a cavalry corps over here, but you can see their strength has been dramatically diminished. We tried to prioritize for replacements, but it is in fact a lost cause here. Now, let's see. Control logistics supply. Right. What I'm looking for here, then, so we do have plains, this is all clear plains. We need to make use of the actual terrain, so we could try to pull back to Lublin over here. This is actually a mechanized corps, which is actually pretty interesting. So they do have a lot of movement available to them. I could almost have them moved into Warsaw if I wanted to. We do have a coal mine over here. Right, okay. I do have the means to actually isolate the German Panzer Force, which I think is worthwhile. If anything, it might buy us a little bit of time. Not much, but at least it might be something. I think what we do then is we try to use the river as our defense to the north. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I tried to pull out of here, but obviously the AI has forces into this position. See, I've moved these armies over here due to the fact that they would have been trapped on the Vistula, but I've moved them into East Prussia to try and draw the German forces away. That, and we might be able to cause them some problems. If I could try to destroy one of these armies or try to get to the aircraft, I'd be quite happy there. At least then we might be able to cause them some... some serious problems then. We do have aircraft. And that's very handy. So let's see, we do have the Polish army over here, but it's weakened. These units, yeah, they're not in a full... They're not at full strength, are they? That is probably the strongest army that we have there. I think that one might be worthwhile actually hold out in Warsaw. We do have a swamp over here. Now, that is really very handy. What I can do then is actually place the Polish Grand Headquarters over here. Or General Headquarters, I should say. So I'll place the Polish General Headquarters over there. Now, what I'm going to do then is we do have the forest over here. This is marsh. It's good. What I'm going to do then is, let's see. I could place you here, but the thing is it's not going to be doing me particularly much good. We could look towards garrison in Brest-Litovsk. It's trying to think how we organise this. I'm tempted to make use of the actual town there. So of Lublin, the actual urban, which would make sense. I could move for the actual hills here, but if I actually oppose them at Lublin, it is going to slow down that advance. We could then pull back to the city of Kovel. So we'll move the actual mountaineering force over here, then the mountain corps. I do have the mechanized corps. So let's take a look. Tanks, artillery, guns, firearms, etc. Defense is 6. So they do have better defense there. Yeah, defense 4, defense 4. These guys don't have any entrenchment at the moment, though. So what I could do then is possibly place them in Warsaw itself. Now, Warsaw is woods, but urban too. Okay. I think what we're going to do then is move our forces over here. I could have a unit to hold this position. Now this is woods. Okay, that's actually not bad at all. I can work with that. So you can move over here to the actual woods. Now, if I place you here, you're going to be in the clear terrain, which is not exactly advantageous. I'm trying to use what terrain I can here. I could have them... Let's see, can I go back? Yes. Right, so I can't move into there. Right, I could move them there if I wanted to. Which I think is a good idea. If I move them there, that's going to cause them zone of control issues. And it's a hill, so it's going to be difficult to root them out, ideally. Now, I do have woods over here as well. So that is strength 10, that is strength 13. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to place this unit over here in the woods. So in the forest, that's going to anchor our defensive line on the hill with the river there, and the woods over here, the actual forest. Now, I'll place you over here to anchor the northern defenses. Obviously get that zone of control there. The general headquarters is over here. What I could do then is... Let's see... Could move that unit then if I wanted to. So I don't gain any bonus from fighting this position here. So I think what we need to do then... The cavalry is going to be more or less sacrificed. It's got no hope of surviving, really. So it's not really even worth it. I'm going to have the Air Force move over here to Brest-Litovsk. The fighters can move over here as well, I guess. Okay, so I could hit this unit over here, which I'm going to do. Try and just cause them some damage, if anything. Right, so they're there. What I'm going to do then is, let's see. They've got 5 there. I think that's a 9, but I can't exactly tell. I think it's a stronger unit. But that's probably because it's entrenched as well. I've got to prevent them from taking Warsaw. City at war. Right, I could make use of the actual forest over here. But what I'm going to do then is... Woods here. There's no benefit to this area here. I think I could cause them some problems. But then it makes me wonder, is it worthwhile doing? Because then I'm going to be sacrificing my own strength just to hurt that, which is all well and good. But I need our forces to last as long as possible, really, don't I? They're going to hold out a little bit longer. I could have the actual mechanized move there. Yeah, it's a difficult one here, really. I think what we'll do then is we move the actual mechanized then. I could have them remain in this position over here by the woods. Yeah, so we'll have them remain in the woods. So then at least they might have a chance of actually being used in the following days, really. I want to fall back over here, to be honest. The reason being, I don't really get any benefit from this. It looks like we do have more supply over here. So it looks like... I think this is supply over here. Yeah, you can see I think this is the defensive modification. I think so, anyway. Yeah, 1.7 there, 1.7 there. You can see how useful the actual marshes are. So over here, yeah, there's just no bonus. It might just be worthwhile falling back. So what I'm going to do then is have this unit fall back here. I'm going to have this unit move into Warsaw. Okay, so it does lose some of its actual defensive value. But it's a stronger force than any other. I'm going to have it prioritized for reinforcements. Okay. So there's not terribly much else I can do with the Polish, or do for the Polish here at this point in time. Right, grain over there. Okay. So I can't move into Belgium as of yet. It's one of these, we could move our air power into Poland to try and use the air power against the Luftwaffe. It could be useful to try and just take out some of Germany's air power. So I can't attack this directly. Right. I can't transfer you over there. It might actually be worth it to transfer our bombers perhaps into England, really. The reason being that at least they are safe. But then it's not going to be terribly useful for us. So let's take a look. We do have the Torville heavy cruiser group. We do have the light cruiser and destroyer squadron over here. So that's our fleet, our flotilla, whatever you want to name it as. We do have Courageous, we have Revenge. So we do have a decent flotilla, well, a decent fleet available to us. Now, let's see. They could be very handy, actually. My worry is they might be attacked by aircraft, but if we have a decent number of fighters over here, we should be okay. So these areas are mined, and this area is also mined. How you doing, Van Bruiser? Good to have you, my friend. Yeah, it does make you wonder about Norway. Do we actually look towards attacking Norway quite early? But I don't think it's worthwhile. I think what I might want to do then is actually have the Royal Navy on standby. So that if the Germans do attempt to land at Oslo, or just in Norway in general, we might be able to catch them in the act. But I don't know how likely we'll be able to do that. Like, how likely we could pull that one off. What do you guys reckon, then? What do you guys reckon? Any suggestions? Do we try to help the Poles? I'm not entirely sure in what way we could potentially help the Poles at the moment. I don't think I can actually get naval assets out there. Yeah, Paul's like, yeah, do it. Saves a lot of heartache. Indeed it would. And the issue is obviously the Soviets. I'm trying to make the best use of Polish terrain as I can. It might be worth actually bringing the French Navy out of the Mediterranean. I know it sounds kind of counterproductive. Well, it probably is counterproductive, actually. Yeah, I'd imagine probably worthwhile keeping them there. So we do have the battleships over here. We also have Dunkirk, Clemenceau, Breton. Supply beachhead, okay. Oil is something that we're going to bear in mind as well. Right. Oh, is there like a new icon over here, isn't there? So this represents where they can move during the night? That's interesting. It's a difficult choice right now, isn't it? Because it's one of those of, do we actually use a fleet to prevent the Italians from moving over here? It might be worthwhile to actually have them based out at Tunis then, really. I suppose, if anything, if we do decide to actually, well, if we can actually fight on from North Africa, then we'll do that. So I'll have the fleet move out to Tunis. Now, I'm going to have the submarines based in Marseille. But then again, actually, I'm going to have the submarines down here in Tunis as well. Okay. Right. Yeah, I mean, this is it really, isn't it? You've got to be aggressive with them to a degree. I'm not entirely sure if bombardment is actually in the game. But I will try to deal with the enemy submarines. So what I'm going to do then is have the heavy cruisers. I don't know if I can combine them with the British fleet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the heavy cruisers move out to Cherbourg. I'm going to have the actual destroyers move up to Glasgow for the time being. Can I move them further? It would take another turn to move them here. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to have them sent to Glasgow for the time being. Oh no, they can move further. That's good news. I'm going to have them move over here to Scarpa Flow. Now, as far as it goes with the enemy's imports, see convoys. Oh, right, the enemy's already here, aren't they? Okay, I missed a trick on that one. So what I'm going to do then is take the actual submarines, move them over here, try and attack with them next turn. Right, we do have our force over here then. I mean, they're in a prime position right now. I think what I'm going to do then is actually have submarines in this area. The reason being we're trying to interdict anything that moves to Norway. Right, so we have a courageous revenge. Right. So we have Renown and Ramillies. I can't pronounce it, oh god. I'm gonna get shouted at now. Not much in the way of destroyers there. Anti-sub is only 4. Let's see, can I combine them? Yeah, we can. Oh, well, that's good then. That's very good. Now, I do need to try and get our assets across here. Embark. Right, we're gonna move in. We'll have you move down here. I'm gonna have the actual fighters move to this position here, actually. Ah, that's awesome there. How you doing there, Alvaro? New name? Always good to have new people. Right, I'm gonna have these guys move south. Have them move via rail. I could have them move to London, which I'm gonna do so. Right, okay. I'm going to base the majority of our fighters over here. Yeah, playing the latest version, which is good. There's been some real nice updates as well, which is very handy. So, let's see. I mean, at least we'll have Belgium to support us as well, which is going to be very handy. In fact, I could move more of our fighters into France here. Which I'm going to do, actually. So I'll have the fighter squadron, so number 6 fighter squadron, move out over there to that position. What I'm then going to do then, move a fighter group over here. I'm going to move the French bombers over here. Right, there we go. Okay. Just trying to think what else we might have to play with now. Not particularly much. Not particularly much to begin with. So let's take a look then. So we do have the ability to start producing units. Oh, right, of course, the Canadians. Do we have anything from Canada? So I've got the 1st Canadian Destroyer Group over here. We do have a infantry division over here. We have a corps, I should say. I'm going to have them move to Quebec. Or, actually, we could have them move to Halifax. I'm going to have them move to Halifax. They can be loaded up next turn then. What I'm going to do then is... yeah, some distance away, isn't it? Oh, it's Canaries. Oh no, it's the Azores, isn't it? Yeah, the Azores. Right. I'm going to have it move out to Britain. It'll take some time, but we'll have it move out to Britain if it can. Right, so there's not particularly much from the Canadians I can make use of right now. Let's see. Interested in that I can actually do this with the USA, even though they're not an active participant. But let's see with the British. It might be worthwhile to focus on the French. We can bog the Germans down if we have sufficient forces in sufficiently prepared positions, really. Just make you wonder. Right. We do have coastal defences, we do have the anti-air defences. We don't have any fortifications like land fortifications, unfortunately. Righto. Yeah, we don't have a lot in the way of stockpile here. So not terribly much right now. That's a lot of upkeep for the Soviets. So it looks like we can actually create units for the Soviets. Do I have control of them as of yet? Why do, why do I have control of the Soviets? Okay, I'm a little bit confused as to how that works. I imagine I'm going to lose control of them, surely? I don't know. I don't know. This is weird. I don't know why I don't have control of the Soviets yet, but we'll see. So I think that's all we can do here for the time being. We could try to make a push into Germany proper, which might be potentially a worthwhile endeavour. But saying that, there's not really a lot we can work with. I think what we need to do then is try and move our forces to be able to move into Luxembourg. Or Luxembourg, ideally, sooner rather than later. Potentially... well, then again, the Italian front isn't going to be much of a problem as such. Oh, right, I see. Allies always have control, so it's to build and set up units. Right, okay. That makes sense now. I think for the time being, then I'm not going to move the Soviets as I'm going to play as if we don't have control over them as of yet. I don't know about that one. I don't know. Chemical stimulants. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think one of my favourite jokes is like they're putting minerals in the water to turn the... like, I can't remember what the last part of the joke is, but it's like a play on words of the Alex Jones joke. Oh, God, what is it? They're putting like... they're putting minerals in the water to like turn the rocks something. I can't remember what the last part is, and it's upsetting me now. It was hilarious. Okay, so I've got a cause over here. It might be worthwhile to actually form a army. I'm gonna move these fighters actually. Yeah, I mean that's the normal one. So we've got obviously the Crème de la Crème of the French forces over here in the north. Yeah, but there's like another joke as well, where they're like, it's like a play on words of the actual joke. Right, we have a division there. Can I form an army? I don't know, I mean... In fairness, it's like I primarily play like a Grisby's one in the Pacific, so this is like... I don't know. It's nice. It's like a nice casual game. I like it. It's nice to have something like nice and casual. But it's not casual, but you know what I mean. Right, so we do have our forces over here to Mets. That gives me like a good, strong reserve unit. Okay, so I can actually have that shifted out if I wanted to, which is good to know. Oh dear. Right. What I'm going to do then is actually shift these forces up. Move them over there. Yeah, you can see that times 4. The Maginot line is absolutely fantastic. What I'm hoping I might be able to do here then, I'm going to have you prioritize. I mean, that is a core. Do I have any armies? I think I just have cores at the moment in time. I'm not entirely sure if I can actually form a new corps. Sorry, new army. So I have one. The thing is, I don't want to put too much emphasis over here. I think I'd like to try and gather forces around here. We can make use of the River Storm. I was trying to figure out how we can best make use of the terrain here, really. I mean, this is all plains, but this is woods. Right. Well, what I'm going to do then is actually have our forces move out this way. I'm not going to get us in Paris. Not yet. Just because I feel like we might have a shot. So going to go for that. Okay, so over here in North Africa. So garrisons. I do have a headquarters there. Okay. I don't know, I mean, like, Hearts of Iron, like, Hearts of Iron 3 is a good game. The only issue with Hearts of Iron 3, in my opinion, is just, like, the fact that it tends to crash. Like, Hearts of Iron 4 is, yeah, I mean, that sucks. That's awful. It's got some good aspects. I mean, I like the actual production. I like all of that, like, aspect. It's an interesting game. It's just... I don't know, I remember the first time playing it and then, like, conquering China in less than, like, 6 months as Japan, and I'm like... but I did... Like, this is it, I just set the actual front mechanics, and then it just did it, I'm like, oh, I didn't even have to do anything. It's like you're almost actively punished for taking control, and I didn't like that. It just wasn't my thing at all. Right, I'm half tempted to allow the Italians to actually advance into Egypt, so then we can actually move and surround them. You can see that we do have a Qatar depression over here. We do have like a rail line over to this position here. So I think what I'd like to do then is maybe, let's see. So I've got the 7th Division over here. I'm tempted to actually move this force out to Cairo and actually have them move there. The reason being that they can be like a roadblock, keep our forces over here. What I'd like to do is try and draw the Italian forces into here and then use the Qatar depression to basically encircle them and just strip them of any supply, really. So we are in... Well, let's see... Israel over here. Israel, Palestine. I have Jordan here. Yeah, Darkstar is fantastic. I love the mods for Darkstar. I mean, it sounds like I'm, like, taking a dump on Hearts of Iron 4, and I am in some ways, but it's okay, you know what I mean? It's one of those of, well, if I don't like it, then it doesn't mean that you can't like, and if you like it, doesn't mean, you know what I mean? Like, everybody has their own opinion, everybody has their own, like, enjoyments, really. Well, what they enjoy, I should say, not enjoyments. That sounds, like, really strange. Right, okay. There's not really much I can do else besides this. We're trying to do what we can for Poland. What we are going to have to do then is take a look at our research. Nobody has the right to enjoy. Oh dear. Okay. Too late. Shoot your bombing, bugger that. Warships, bugger that. Okay. Tertiary electronics is fantastic. Convoy escorts, okay. Carrier operations could be handy. The thing is, it's like, we're not having to really deal... Well, we're not dealing with the Japanese, we're not dealing with the bloody... we're not playing as the Axis, so I don't really need to worry about the naval aspect too terribly much. Famous last surge, right? I think what we need to primarily have, then, is supremacy in the air. So I think what we could go for then is interceptors. Let's see, can I place any more into that? No. I don't know if I'm a big fan of fighter bombers. They're okay, but I'd rather like specialize. Right. Okay. Well, the US has a lot here, actually. Okay. Right, okay. See how that works out. So what I'm going to do then is end the turn. So we'll end the turn here. Now, I haven't started producing anything as of yet. I'm not going to do so with the Soviets because I'd rather wait for the actual Germans to attack the Soviets beforehand. Okay. I mean, Poznan's going to cause the Germans a little bit of wave issues, so they're going to have to deal with it first and foremost. Warsaw's under attack. But it looks like the armor... Well, that's actually rather strange. So, they took the City of Lodz, but I'd have expected the Germans to actually break them out of the pocket beforehand before the actual armor moved forward. But they moved forward without having been released from the pocket and attacked Warsaw. So I don't think they're going to be... I don't think they attacked in such great strength, I suppose. We did have the Polish division kicked out of the rough terrain position, obviously the hills, unfortunately. But it has stalled them. Warsaw still holds. Okay, there we go. The Soviets advance. Okay. Yeah, Warplan is a good game. So you can see that the Poznan army has been shattered. The Poznan cavalry was destroyed. The second air and first air was in neutral territory and has been moved to deployment queue. Actually, not a bad thing, I suppose. Might save them. The USSR occupies the eastern half of Poland as per secret protocol of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. So the East Group and Poznan, yeah, okay. Overall, not as bad as it could have been, though. Yeah, so we still have our forces out here. So the good news is, even though they don't have a huge amount of the way of supplies, they can cause problems. You can see that the Germans have had to move and respond to this, so that's good news. What we're going to try and do then is try and beat up on this unit, which we're not going to be able to do very well, but I don't really have much else I can do with it. So we do force it to retreat, and we actually destroy it. Oh! Well, there we go. Lovely. Okay. Now, I could try to take the city of Lodz back. Hmm. Not great. Have a move in there. Right, so we are being pushed back here. Okay. Move there to the woods. I'm gonna have you fall to this position here, fall back. So we have the forest over here. We've left the clear terrain because it's not worthwhile. Okay. Right. That's fine by me. There's not terribly much I can do about this. We might be able to hold on a little bit longer. So we've been ejected from Lublin itself. I could move to the north. So what I could do then is I could move you there to the actual clear terrain, but I don't know if that's worthwhile doing. Strength is 22, so yeah, they are recovering that strength, which is excellent news. Okay. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to move you here. The reason being I want to just give them issues with zone control. I'm going to have the actual mountain core move over there. Ideally that might give us a little bit more time. The good news is we've been at least able to destroy a German division, which is not a lot, but at the end of the day, the fact that we've been able to destroy anything is good news. Right, the war panel. Influence. I kind of would like Turkey, but... I don't even know who's really worth the time, to be honest. Turkey could could present a very interesting option. I'd rather have the Turks fall in line with us than against us, really. Yeah, try and sway them. In some nations, yeah. Canadians will never give up. Okay. So we do have some forces, well, some assets to deploy here. So they're Foreman, okay. We do have another corvette ready. Richelieu. Will be ready soon enough. Okay. Now, the Belgian army can... Yeah, we can support the Belgian army here with the strong French cause, but I need to present a decent amount of strength in this area. So I'm going to have them placed there. Richelieu is not ready as of yet. Washington is not ready as of yet. These are all reserve units, which I am going to keep in there. Canada, nothing. Right, okay, so they can be deployed in the future. An infantry army is forming. Okay. Mr. Developer Son, how do we form armies again? Am I allowed to form armies as the French, or am I not able to do so as of yet? I think you are. Do you hold down control and when it goes green? Or do you need like 3 units? Is it 3 cores make an army? I'm trying to remember actually what the amount of cores is. I think it might be 3. Could be wrong. Thinking how to increase the amount of strength that I have in the smallest space. Well, in the smallest space possible, really. Right, the cores on the higher level. Right, okay, that makes sense. Do I have another division? I do have a division over here that I could merge with, so we'll have them go there. Let's see. Yeah, why? Because they move this time. Yeah, so we should be able to merge them next turn, I believe. I think we discussed this last time, didn't we? Like, they can't move beforehand before they merge. Right, okay. So we'll take a look at our production over here. Oh, what I mean is in terms of space is basically that obviously... what I want to prevent here... Oh, you respond to a different question. You respond to another question. Never mind. Yeah, not you! Right, okay. Air power. So we do have 23 in the stockpile. I think as far as it goes for the French, it just really doesn't matter. Probably better off just placing everything I can into reinforcements and upgrades. Just as much as I can, really. Okay. Again, there's just not a lot I can do right now with the French. Which is not all that surprising, really. In fact, I probably want to keep them in that position there, really. Garrison the ports. So I do have Cyprus over here, but I can't make use of Cyprus as of yet. Submarines over here. Righto. Ah, sneaky little buggers. I'm gonna have them sent back to Canada for the time being. The reason just to actually have them refuel. Can I bring them up to strength? Right, I do have the Canadian Corps that can begin to try and move across the... Well, I want to say Pacific, across the Atlantic. So we'll get them ready to move. Right, I do have assets I can move across to France. That's good news. So what I could probably do then is have the British actually hold potentially the north and have the additional French forces move south. Okay. Disembark. Oops. Right, disembark. Okay. Have you moved down to Southampton? Right, can't move as of yet. Right, so we'll have British divisions in place over here. Well, sorry, British corps in place soon enough. So we'll start to reinforce the UK Southwest Area Corps, which will be quite handy. Yeah, so what I'm going to try and do then is combine as much in the way of assets as we can over here. Gotta make use of the terrain more than anything. I could move the actual garrison unit down from what was on the Maginot Line down towards some of these positions over here, to be honest. Have them move to the rail line over there. Okay. I'm gonna hold the air power back. Try and use it all at once, really. You're making me want to play some Hard Time 3 now. Okay, we'll go 4. Okay, so we are still fighting north of Warsaw here. Looks like we do hold out. Looks like the armor there actually pulls out, which is interesting. I can imagine that's due to the fact that they were weakened. Warsaw holds on as of yet. Well, as of yet. Right, so they moved to Prussia to deal with the Polish forces there. Yeah, it's just one of those. I didn't think it was worth it having them pull back towards Warsaw to be destroyed anyway. Why make it easy for the Germans? You can see the amount of strength that is funneling its way down towards Warsaw now. So, yeah, they have been destroyed. Fleet has low supply. Convoy attack. Oh, it's these guys I forgot about, isn't it? Okay. What we're going to do then is actually have them move down to Southampton. Yeah, submarine over there. Have these guys escorted. Try and get them over to Europe as quickly as possible, really. I can see that the Axis are starting to move their forces around here. Right. I could move into the woods there to make it difficult for them, but I'm already in the woods at the moment. I'll just try and make them chase me. Okay. So we do have a strong unit there. What I could do then, move that unit over there, move them over here, try and buy some time here, really. Just trying to protect Warsaw as much as possible, and just really try and present a problem. But the Poland Lord's army here is going to be, it's going to be brought up to strength. It's going to be as strong as it can possibly be shortly. Right, kind of is low on oil, apparently. Okay. Yeah, really like the music. Wink, 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 nudge, nudge. Is it copyrighted? Okay. Oh, that's awesome. No, he did a good job. Did a good job. Oh, so I can actually assign escorts here. That's good to know. I'm going to keep some in reserve. Okay, there we go. Right, so these units could be deployed. Looks like I could deploy an infantry army. Where could I deploy it? So obviously only in Poland. Okay. Hey, that'll come in handy. Have it deployed there. Oh, I'd love to try and get the air power out. Oh well, it'll come in handy. Yeah, not tremendous amount of things. Yeah, not tremendous amount of stuff I can do there. Right, let's see. I think I might need a third division. I think it's 3 divisions to form a core. Do I have another division? I don't think so, actually. Yeah, 3 divisions a core. God damn, everything's expensive. Ah, I see. Okay. Again, that's about as much as I can do here. We are playing a... we are playing a stronger AI. I did give them some nice bonuses. About 10%, which, I don't know, I guess that's not too terrible much. Bloody armor moves in there to take my bombers there. I suppose I should have moved them. Learned the lesson there. So they take out the Polish forces to the north. But at the end of the day, it did draw their attention away. It means that they weren't as... Yeah, they weren't able to immediately begin moving over to France. Warsaw still holds as of yet, but it is going to fall soon enough. But we have put all of our strength into holding Warsaw. Yeah, we are fighting a small front now. Okay. So the second air was overrun. That was my bloody fault. Canada's, like I mentioned, ready for the convoy. UK ships will be used. Yep, that's fine. Okay. Not great. Right. Did I build it again? Go back. Select only you. Have them ready to move over as well. There we go. Right, I'm trying to reinforce these cores as fast as I can, really. So I tell you what I'm going to do then is take these divisions. I could try to move them here, but is that even worthwhile doing so? Not, probably not. I could try to have them just basically hold... Yeah, we'll have them as a strategic reserve, actually. I'll have them at Paris and at Rouen. Have a reserve here. Have the Brits move in. Alright, there we go. Hold the air power just as a reserve. Okay. Almost there with the Canadians. So what we'll do then, see, supply. Yeah, supply is excellent, as you can imagine. I'm trying to really focus the French research efforts. Look at the tanks. Which I am researching tanks, so it's kind of like... oh well. Actually, yeah, look at the tanks. I don't think they're going to survive that long, but it probably is worthwhile. Maybe escorts. Hmm. Oh, where's the error? Oh, okay. Is that meant to be up there or something? Oh, it's off. I can guarantee if there's a way to break the game, I'll find a way to break the game. And it seems to have as some sort of God-given talent, apparently. Okay, so the cold weather will help us. We have Slover Jones now, which is good news. The longer Warsaw holds, the better, really. Right, Warsaw still stands. Eventually will give way. But the weather's going to definitely help us out. Okay, fleet has low supplies. Oh, right, yes. Yes, yes. Have them move back to Scarpa. They can move into port now. Yeah, you can see that British core getting quite powerful there. He's up to full strength, which is good news. Start to reinforce another. Is there another chart? I don't know what that question means. I feel silly now. I don't know what that means. Oh. I don't think so. In fairness, sometimes I just talk to myself. Actually, one of the East and Pacific and Hearts of Iron, where in complexity does this game stand? I'd say it's a better war game than Hearts of Iron 4, to be honest. But the reason being it actually achieves what it's meant to be. It is actually a war game that has some semblance of being an actual historical war game. It's not just a meme, I suppose you could say. It actually achieves what it's meant to be, and that's what I like. Right, the Canadians have got one job, and they're doing great on that. Yeah, a Canadian core's pretty good. Okay. Right, so we'll end the turn here. Right, got a stockpile that's building up, that's good news. Okay, the French have actually got a decent amount of stockpile. I think I'm gonna... Or do I? 200 days. See, mountain cores could be very useful. Yeah, there you go. Alvaro, the developer himself, puts it in a nice way. I might as well wait until we're in the next level advancement. Though, in all honesty, probably, yeah. I think I'll develop another division, and then at least I can actually make another core. Which would make sense then. No, I'm not original enough to think of a name. Command and control. It's an interesting question, actually. I don't know, I can't really think how to phrase it as such. You have direct control of your units. Though, like, air power can have missions assigned to them as far as I'm aware. It's a good question, actually. Let's see then, will Warsaw hold out yet longer? Well, the headquarters is gone there. The other units are getting beaten up mostly because of the fact that they have nowhere to go. Yeah, go ahead and check out Kraken Studios there. Alvaro is a lean, mean fighter machine. Sorry, a lean, mean coded machine, I suppose. I have no idea how game design works, so... yeah, there we go. Warsaw has finally fallen there. I think we did last longer. And, I don't think it's going to be really relevant how long the Polish lasted. But, I don't know. The Germans might be in a slightly worse position, but... I don't know. I don't think it's going to be one of those where it makes a terrible difference, really. Yeah. There's like buggered and then there's like buggered. But Poland has surrendered. The Reich has occupied Poland for the time being. Ideally, we can change that situation. Bloody Canadians are pretty good. I don't know, even with Grigsby. Even the Grigsby stuff, it's like Warner Pacific is, it looks on the surface really, really complex, but it's one of those of like, once you understand the basic concepts and like, once you understand like, why things are, then it gets significantly easier, really. 1 turn. Is it a month? I haven't actually taken a look, to be fair. Oh, wow. Yeah, 2 weeks, there we go. Yeah, Minecraft was incredible, isn't it? Just in the way it took off. Right, Welsh Area Corps is ready. Can deploy them. Deploy them at Southampton. I am going really all in here on the support of the French, which could screw me, but then again, the United Kingdom can rely upon the Navy for the most part to defend her proud British Isles. But France does not have that luxury. Right, okay. So let's see, do we have anything else to deploy? So looking at December 26, 1939, so we might be able to form another corps before the Germans really get into us. Lorishilov, Heavy Cruiser Squadron, nothing there. Right, Wall Panel. I could influence others. Not gonna lie, do not know what UX is. Let's go and right out of my head this conversation. Not a bloody clue. Right, I'm gonna continue to influence attacks. Ah, right, I see. I mean, these are strategic bombs, but I don't use them when we need to use them. I don't want to waste them, really. Very nice. Right, I'm gonna have you move down. I could have them garrison Marseille. Then again, it could be useful to garrison like Reims or Reims. Have them garrison there. But again, that's actually a pretty strong position there, but it could be taken from the north. Whereas this is such a good position there. Hey, Mr. Farnes. You got one of those great names. Right, so we'll advance the next turn. I'm hoping that the prioritization of research will help us. So the Germans have declared war on Denmark. So we do need to get the actual navy in and around the Baltic now. If I can get the navy in there, if I can get the Royal Navy into there, potentially even the French, we could try to hold Copenhagen. But then again, I don't think the Danes are going to hold out. I could try to support the Dutch, actually, with the British, or at least with the Canadian forces. Right, Germany annexes Western Poland into the Greater German Reich. The Polish Prime Minister and Commander Vladislaw? Paul's going to be cringing internally now, and I apologize to all Poles in the viewership. Anyway, how? Evacuates Polish forces to Allied-controlled territory as his country forces a German invasion. England gains 20 manpower. Germany declared war on Denmark. Okay. If I could try to evacuate them, I will do. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what. There's a port there. Oh, that's not a good idea. Ooh, no, we can get them out. Good, 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 good. Okay. They're nearly at full strength. Okay. So December 26th, looking forward to that. But yeah, with the fall of Poland, that's going to make things interesting, I can imagine. I don't know how we're going to fare when the Germans actually turn their attention on us. I think it's going to be a case of just trying to fall back to the actual defensive terrain, really. Okay, probably not the best idea. They've been forced to retreat from Copenhagen. But I can get back in there. At least I actually saved the division line. Okay, Finland refuses Stalin's border demands. The USSR declares war on Finland, invading with overwhelming force. What I love about history is the fact that the French were actually very much considering intervention in Finland, and it's like, wait, what? Yeah, you do not want to make an enemy of the USSR. That is a strong force, but we should be okay in this position here. I think we came under attack there. Oh, something's out at sea. Or something. Ah, they've returned to sea. I see. Okay. Weather's going to be very helpful for us right now. Stockpile's been on up. We've got the Danes. God damn, France has been up a decent stockpile now. I could spend it, but what I'm thinking about using it for is, once we have superior technology, or to actually put it all into, like, reinforcements and upgrades, perhaps. Let's see. My units are at full strength. Yeah, I need technology to really make it worthwhile. I could build additional units, but I don't think that's going to make a terrible difference. I'd rather have quality at this moment in time, really. So we are looking at 107 days until we have superior anti-tank. But yeah, you can see there, interceptors, 9 days, we should have superior. So what I can do then is actually place... I'm not entirely sure how, but I think if I increase this, we should have more. So we've got 336 in stock. If the developer could actually explain how this works, how does this actually relate to the stockpile that we have here? Manpower good for... Yeah, Brits definitely have the manpower. US definitely has the manpower. Absolutely love the music. Move forward. I'm looking forward to seeing the superior interceptors, really. Any advantage that we can get over the Luftwaffe would be excellent. So if you have a 100 stockpile and reinforcement set to 40, we use 40. Oh, right, okay. Ooh, okay, well, they take Copenhagen. It looks like they have engineers attached. So, okay, doesn't look like... Yeah, doesn't look like Denmark's gonna hold out. At least they actually fought this time. Yeah, Denmark has surrendered. So, strategic bombing advancement to 2. France, interceptors advancement to 1. Heavy armor to 1 there. Okay. Right. That is kind of awful. I'd have them make port at Newcastle. Right, you're now full strength. Okay. See, the thing I'd love to see represented in Geta Grigsby's, Geta Grigsby's One Pacific would be, and I can understand why. I can absolutely understand why they don't do this, but it would be incredible to see civilian populations represented. Well, then you can obviously imagine the tremendous... But I don't know, it would be tremendously difficult, but then you could imagine, like, how would you actually model starvation? How would you obviously model civilian casualties from, obviously, warfare, but obviously then from the indirect effects of said warfare? It's one of those of where you are kind of opening yourself up to tremendous moral issues then, and obviously, yeah, it is better just to not have it. There is a mod out there for Geta Grigsby's One of the Pacific that I think I would use in the future, and it is one where it basically reduces the capacity of Japanese cargo ships just across the board, and the reason for that is it's trying to simulate the fact that obviously a lot of the to simulate that a lot of the Japanese what's the word now? Cargo capacity, I forget what the proper word is now, would obviously be going towards moving foodstuffs around the Empire, and etc, etc. And it would be nice to see like a diversity of resources, for example. I mean, obviously in War in the Pacific you do have oil, fuel, supply, resources. I mean, resources would be nice if we could actually have it somewhat like, I don't know, give some complexity. That'd be nice to like see like steel, zinc, bauxite, that sort of stuff there, really. Yeah, so production uses the most important resources, steel and iron ore. Then you get strategic resources that increase production, plus 1% for each you own, and then you have oil. Okay, anti-tank advancement plus 1. Very, very, very nice. So we have the Northumbrian area core, so we get that deployed over here. Okay, I do have my 10th division. Have I deploy here. So we'll be able to form a new core around here at Rouen, just out in the outskirts of Paris as well. So let's see. So we have 1940s interceptors. Okay, so these are interceptors 1940. Interceptors 1940. Have they all been upgraded? Those are 1939, because obviously they don't have a tech yet. Okay. Okay. Let's see, what else do we have to come now? So 23 days we'll have the improved assault, which is going to be very good. Anti-tank, sorry, that's for the Brits. 93, okay. 9 days until we have breakthrough, however. Okay, not bad, not bad. Yeah, 23 days for the Brits is going to be very handy, though. Just try and put everything into upgrades as we can, really. We'll advance another turn. Weather will be changing in the near future as well, so I can imagine spring is when it's probably going to be coming down on us, really, the German juggernaut. But we held out with Poland a little bit longer, so ideally we'll be able to do the same here. Okay, so they are using their air power. Right. Carrier operations. Soviet Union's had a number of advancements there. I've lost my submarine group, unfortunately. Convoy attacks. They aren't doing very much there at the moment, so that's good news. Right, so we can see German air power. I think I'm going to try to hit the actual opposing air power. I might be barking up the wrong wrong tree using those guys. Let's see. Bomb airfield. Okay, we are causing some losses there. Okay. Okay. So, now that we are here, how do we merge them again? I think I bloody well do it now. I don't remember what the actual bloody button is now. Not that. Hmm. I'll be able to combine them in the next turn then, but if Mr. Developer could actually tell me how to combine them, I'd be very happy. I can't bloody remember how you do it now. I know we did it last time, I just can't remember how you bloody well do it. Okay. War panel. We'll continue to influence attacks. I don't think they're going to join the war, but if we could try and keep them out of the Axis camp, I'd be happy to. And the turn man. Hold shift, okay. I'm going to try to neutralize the enemy air power, really. Oh, a little plus up here, okay. Especially their close air support. That would be quite good. Right, assault to 1, interceptors to 2, fantastic. Breakthrough to 1, very nice. France is low on oil stockpiles. Oh wow. Yeah. How much do I use? That's the question. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing... Alt? Okay, we'll try Alt. Ah, there we go, it's Alt. I can't believe I didn't try Alt earlier. There we go. So we have a new core, so we have the run. I can't say that, the run. Yeah, you can play the game without reading the manual, as I do often, and it gets me in trouble. Okay, so Assault will be there 37 days. Not bad, Ben. But we'll have superior interceptors, which is good news. I mean, we should have... Yeah, Assault 1939. Are they all bloody anti-tank? There we go, Assault 1939, okay. Might want to actually change you round, Ben. But no, you could be... yeah, actually probably better to change you round, Ben. If you've got the anti-tank. Okay. And the turn, yes. Yeah, there's a lot going on. As you say there, Van Bishop. Not be too long now before they do come for us. I'm going to be able to hit the close air support just behind their front line over here, actually. That's going to be the intention now. Or do I not have the range? Okay. So somebody just moved back in though. Oh, is that what it is in the rain? Right, that makes sense. So it's grounded everybody then. Right, so the Brits... They get in there. I read a script for the tutorial, I can't believe I remember it now. Not much I can actually reinforce over the Brits. Okay, we'll go forward to the next turn. At least we do have a decent amount of strength from northern France. We've been able to cover the... It is going to be an interesting one now. I don't exactly feel terribly confident. I think we're going to be in a better position than historically. Yeah. Okay. Escort fighters, convoy escort, interceptors advancement. Yep, still the weather. Can't speak. How you doing there, Freya? I tell you, I started learning... Oh, yep, there we go. It begins. Yeah, I started learning Japanese on Tuesday, and now it's kind of messing with my accent. It's kind of messing with how I pronunciate things, so it's like... I'm getting there. I don't know a huge amount at the moment, just obviously the basics. But no, I quite like it. Like, Ohio gozaimasu. Obviously Konnichiwa, that's the one. Oyasami. Was it Oyasami or Oyasumi? Oyasumi Nesai? Get in there. It's gonna take me some time. Just trying to practice it whenever I bloody can, really. Okay, what is it now? Ohio. Yeah, Ohio gozaimasu. What's the next one now? Oname wa nan masaru des, I think it is. Ohio gozaimasu there, residents. See, I'm like, God. I'm not great at speaking to begin with, and then I'm like, Right, okay. So, have they declared only war on the Dutch? Oh, no. XTRG-san. Okay. And we need to build back here. There's not tremendous... actually, no, this is not too bad. I need to hold a united front with the Belgian forces. I'm going to take the actual force, the actual core from out of Amsterdam itself, move it over to here. Okay. You know, I've got a sheet actually with the hiragana. I've only just started. I've only had an hour. I'm not that far in as of yet. Looking forward to it though. It's gonna be awesome. Right, there we go. Arigato gozaimasu. Domo arigato. And just obviously arigato. Is it domo? Yeah, I think it's domo. Well, so much for holding the rivers there. But the AI is not doing a bad idea. I mean, it's not a bad idea to take the Dutch on separately first. Bloody arses. How inconsiderate of them. Right. South Atlantic needs more convoys, it seems. Yeah, now that feels, that'd be fantastic, actually. Yeah, PM me on Discord and I'll definitely take a look at those. I'd love to see that. Right, convoys. South Atlantic, wasn't it? Okay, war panel then will go ahead and influence the Turks once again. I think we are taking them away from the Axis. Ideally so. So let's see then, is there any German air power I can hit? Right. I could focus on their actual ground forces, which is probably not a bad idea. Yep, you need to get SS Panzer. Give them some room, really. I could move forces over into the Netherlands, but I'm not liking the fact that we would be separated now. I think I'm going to strike against the Panzers. The Panzers is obviously going to be the thing that is, well, arguably the most dangerous. I could try, well actually it might be worthwhile to actually hit the German force that is across here, the actual core. But then the Panzers are going to be over here shortly anyway, aren't they? We'll hit this, hard to say. I think we'll try and... Yeah, I'm gonna go for the armor, I guess. No, I do take some losses there, but I can replace that. Got to try and cause some problems. Okay. Oh, that's rude. Don't be so mean there, Tin Hat. This is actually a superb game. Okay. So in March 1940, let's take a look at the advancements again. So 135 days before we get the next rank of assault. Anti-tank's going to be useful, I'd imagine. 93 days until we have the next level of interceptor zone. That's not too bad. We'll see what we can do. I think with the air power we might be able to hold on to some extent. It is going to be a difficult one. I mean, I could have buggered myself by not producing new units, but it's one of these of I'd rather have my units like reinforced and upgraded and just available consistently throughout the war rather than producing new units that might see service, but then again it's like, how long are they going to last? Ideally longer than the Netherlands. That would be nice. So I do wonder then, I wonder if they're going to conquer the Netherlands and then declare war on Belgium. Right, we are running out of room here, but I do still have the ability to pull back. So what I'm going to do then, well I can't move you unfortunately. Oh, it's a German force, that's why. Right, okay. So you can see that we have reinforced our positions here. Start striking against this unit. Trying to reduce its strength as much as possible. Right, there we go. Oh, so we do have specialty points over here, which is quite cool. How's the river penalty? Elite. Heavy artillery. Winter combat. Tank destroyer. Oh, so that's specialty points across the board then, isn't it? So it's one of those where we have to be quite select with that. We'll use that when the time comes then, really. That is a big stockpile, to be fair. I don't know, we might look at Ben actually producing something else. Probably air power, though. Yeah, I think air power. So we have, obviously, 1939 for the other aspects. Hmm. I mean, I do have 1940 armor, so that's not bad. It would take a good long while, though, to come into service. 200 days. That is some time there, really, isn't it? Breakthrough. The infantry, yeah, I mean, the infantry is significantly less. I think what I'm going to have to do, Ben, is look towards actually building up the cores. The longer we can hold them back, the better, then, really. I have got to be careful, though, about the manpower. But we have 4 large cores under construction. So let's hope for the best there. We'll see. I don't think the Netherlands is going to last too much longer. I think they're going to be falling next. They're definitely on the chopping block there, really. Yeah, there's the SS Panzer. Will they last another 2 weeks? I should try and get their air power out, though. But then again, if they surrender, I don't know if I actually retain it. But then again, a chance of saving it is better than having it not, well, having it destroyed forever, really. It is going to make things harder, though. I mean, obviously, they do have a superior position to attack Belgium now. We don't have the benefit of actually having the Dutch armies with us, really. We'll see. We'll transfer the Dutch Air Force out then. Try and focus against the cores that we can reach. Right. Let's hit the aircraft over here. Is it going to do damage to them? I'm not entirely sure. Not within range, it seems. Okay. Yeah, they just have to hold on as long as they possibly can, really. Okay. And this would appear to be the strongest British force that we have there, the East Anglia. Worth bearing in mind. Yeah, it seems this is actually a superior force. So I'll move it out, move it there. Okay. Well, the good news is at least those actual large French corps will arrive before, maybe before they actually declare war on Belgium, but that could be coming up at any point soon. I think it's going to come after the fall of the Netherlands, however. Which in short is to say, not long. Yeah, there we go. So then there's a Dutch gun there. I do admire the way that Germany is actually approaching the situation here. Oh, right, okay. So this is obviously to prevent, yep. Iceland has surrendered, occupied by United Kingdom forces. Okay. But they have not yet declared war, so I can't do anything with the Belgian forces right now. 93 days, 51 days. We will have some pretty good interceptors shortly then. Breakthrough interceptors, yeah. So 9 more days until we have another level of interceptors now, which is going to be good. But yeah, it is only a matter of time until they do declare war now. And let's see. So for production, let's see deployment I should go to then. So we're looking at June 11th, 1940. So we'll have some pretty strong forces over here then, which is going to be very good. Not long until they arrive. I'd imagine it's probably going to be this turn or the turn afterwards. But it is going to come to a point now. I'm going to say within the next 2 to 3 turns, when even less than that perhaps, the Germans will declare war on Belgium soon. They might actually be looking to recover their strength. But you can see they're in a significantly better position to attack Belgium. Like, they will be able to throw more force into this than previously they would have been able to. Which is going to be worrisome. I don't think Belgium's going to hold very long all then, actually. I think what we look towards doing then is holding Antwerp and Brussels, but really just falling back across the river there. Right, the Baltic states have surrendered, interestingly. Oh, right, I see. So, Interceptors Advancement 2. Very good. Now, I wonder how that's actually going to affect our Interceptors then. Okay. Ooh, so we do have an additional point now. Very nice. (1941). Yes, we're at 1941 level of Interceptors. Very nice. How is that reflected then? So 6, 7. Yeah. 5 and 1, that's interesting. Oh, right, I see. Air Combat 9. Air Combat 9, interesting. Defense is 8. Range is 6. I'd imagine there's a benefit that I'm just not quite seeing here at the moment. Right. How long do you guys reckon until they declare war on Belgium? So I imagine it's going to be coming up very, very soon. If I can get to June and have, what, 3? Ooh, yep, there we go. Germany declares war on Belgium and Luxembourg. This is going to happen soon. I don't know how they're going to cope. I don't think they're going to cope with it well. You can see that Luxembourg has fallen. The armor, yeah, so wow, okay. That's actually a very good move. That's actually genius, to be honest. So they move through the Ardennes over here. Then this would be... Is this the Ardennes? I think it's the Ardennes. But yeah, they actually moved there. They actually prevented the French forces over here in France, obviously, from being able to march into Belgium. So that's a superb move, to be honest. I mean, that was actually pretty well done. Yeah, no, that was actually a really good move. Actually quite impressed by that. I mean, by doing that, they actually managed to block the entire area. I'm not able to actually move into the actual forest over here. So they've actually... That's really good. That's genuinely a good move. Luxembourg surrendered. I mean, Belgium lost a corps, 2 corps, a division, 3 corps. Yeah, the USSR increases preparation for war due to concerns of the Western Allies not being able to contain Germany. Interesting. Interceptors advancement there. I've got to concentrate my assets, my air assets, against German armor. And it looks like we are going to have to go for the strongest core. And try and reduce it as much as humanly possible now. Okay, we have taken its strength down, but I don't know how we're going to cope here. Yeah, no, they're doing really good. Let's see. Enemy action, there we go. We'll turn that off. Have the Belgian Air Force pull back, just in case. Yeah, I lost those. Right. Move the British forces up. Move the Canadian forces in. Right. Or do I want to do that? I'm going to say no, actually. Have them go back. So I could attack the German armor. But yeah, it's not worthwhile. This is going to be a tough war. Right, so we will have these new cores very soon. Oh, see you later there, Tin Hat. Have a good one, my man. But if you stick around for 2 seconds longer, we can go through the turn resolution and see how we fare here. There's not terribly much I can do. I think Belgium will probably surrender shortly. I'm not going too deep into Belgium here. I'm moving the Brits to Antwerp to try and hold the port there. We do see the German army pull back to a degree. I'm not willing to invest too much in Belgium just because I don't think she can hold out. But I don't want to abandon the front line per se. Yeah. I imagine Brussels is probably going to surrender now. Well, sorry, Luxembourg might... God damn it. Belgium might surrender, but we still hold Antwerp, so maybe we might have something there. I still remember players accessing, like, just taking this area, like, oh, no, wait, oh, okay, you've kind of, like, negated the British landing. Oh, good times. Okay. Right, I'm going to concentrate against this. Belgium has surrendered. Oh. They did not last long there. So, breakthrough advancement. Very good. So much for the Belgian force, for the Belgian army there. Right, I'm going to move the Northumbrian area corps to support, even there. Now, I don't know how the Germans are going to fare against us here. We do have a significant depth of units here. We're not weak, you know what I mean? And I do have 4 corps ready to be deployed. I'm going to have them as a reserve. Yeah, and those are large corps. Illustrious is now ready. Okay. So we're going to focus the air power against the German Panzer Corps. Let's see. Then clear terrain, so we should be able to get to them significantly easier. Now, I am taking losses here, that's something to bear in mind. But I can afford to take these losses. Trying to weaken the 1st SS Panzer. Okay. Okay. I might have this unit specialized, actually. The reason being it's going to have to hold. So lead, entrenchment, tree. Anti-tank's not going to be coming in too handy right now. I mean, this is our weak point here, really. Actually, you are... Yes, using clear terrain. Not good. In fact, it might be worthwhile to actually have the cores to the rear. Effectiveness. Yeah, let's see. Experience. I think what I'm going to do then is give the actual cores to the rear of the actual anti-tank weaponry. The reason being, well, this unit here especially, the reason being it actually has some staying power. Then I don't want our forces to be degraded. I mean, yes, they'll be attacking with the armor, but I'd rather have our forces be fresh and then be dealing with weakened panzer forces. Okay, so we still have the specialty points over here. Right, so I still have 100 points remaining. Right, there we go. So we can attack with 3-to-1 odds there. But I'm not going to do it as of yet. I want the Germans to actually crash into our lines. The reason being I want to see them weakened. Have you prioritized reinforcement? Right, so what events another turn? Yeah. I want them to weaken themselves and then we can choose what to attack. Concentrate on it with air power first and foremost, try to reduce it as much as possible, and then attack it. I think Germans are going to find it significantly difficult. Well, significantly more difficult to deal with this here. But then again, it could all change. I've got to be mindful of where I have my forces deployed. Yeah, like see, we are forced back here. And this is why I wanted to have this unit here. Can I just, like, say I told you so? To nobody in particular, but I'm just saying, yeah, that I could... I'm gonna congratulate myself for actually choosing this deployment. Right, we do have our reserve corps over here, so we still have reserves to work with. The good news is I can concentrate my strength against this. This is a German Panzer Corps. Well, I can deal with that. And air power is going to work, which is good. Okay. Detection and electronics advancement. Nice. So that corps was shattered as well. The Romania yields Bessarabia to the USSR under political pressure. Right. Now that could be driven back considering it's in the open terrain there. 2-1. I'd rather not use the French forces there really. Right, okay. Now this is worrisome. Oh, we actually lost Antwerp. Oh, this... Oh, wow. Okay, wow. To be honest, I'm probably better off pulling out of here, really. The reason is I'm not holding on to anything here. But then again, it does, like, widen the actual front to a degree. But no, not really. Gives me another unit to use the reserve, but, Right, so what I'm going to do here, then, is... I'm going to pull this core out. Have this core move in. Have the air power move back here. Move the reserve. Okay, so that's only 2-1 odds there. I think I just swapped those units, didn't I? I'm not entirely sure. Right. Well, it's going to be the panzers that have the most combat power, so that's something to bear in mind. Right, there we go. So let's see. That's only 2-1 odds, and that's because of the fact that it's in the wooded terrain, really. I think I'm just going to use the British forces over here, to be honest. Thank you very much there for the subscription for. I'm sure Matrix and Slivian will appreciate it. Right, they do hold. Right, we are taking losses here, but we are going to be ideally able to shatter them. Now it's 3-1. But I'm going to have to pull these forces from the front line. Oh, that was a bad move. Oh, a PvP would be really interesting, actually. Right, okay. Yeah, 10-1 odds there. So we do shatter the enemy there. Excellent. We will not go gently into the good night. I bugged over the quote there, I can't remember. What is it? What is it? Rage against the dying of the night. Can't remember exactly what it is now. But we have managed to deal with one of the German armoured forces, which is good. I've got to remove their mobility, really. Right, we are pushed back there. And there. Yeah, you can see why the armour is so dangerous. Even with our reserves, we're still finding it difficult due to the fact that we are fighting here in the plains. I think it's only a matter of time until they do break through, actually. We'll see. There we go, assault to 2, anti-tank to 2. Yeah, that's a shame. So we had the Highland Guard shattered there. Assuming it is Highland Guard. But unfortunately, we are out of time for today. Which is a shame, really, because we had a lot of opportunities here. I mean, we could have potentially shattered... Ah, let's go on, let's just do it. Yeah, there we go. Destroy the 12th Division. I mean, that's what happens. That's what happens. You can see our forces are recovering over here. I've then prioritised. Yeah, you can see that they have shifted their armour down here to the south, but this is it. We still do have reinforcements, well, sorry, reserves. So it's one of these where the Germans are having to slog against us, and what I could keep doing then is obviously concentrate my air power, which is really what I'm enjoying doing, really. And it's going to be the way forward. But there we go. So thank you so very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you did enjoy this. If you have enjoyed this, please do go out and check the game on Matrix and Slytherin. I mean, that's where it's actually sold. Thank you very much to the developer. Such a great guy. Alvaro Sousa. Probably mispronounced the name, but well done. Go ahead and check out Kraken Studios. And of course, if you guys are interested in more of my content, you can go ahead and find me on YouTube at XTRG, Twitch at XTRG, and I do have a Patreon. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And a Discord, which I always forget to link. But I'm going to go ahead and leave some links here, so thank you very much for watching, guys. It's been a blast. You've been you, I've been me. Did not mean to move that there. I always get it on the wrong blue screen. I'm going to leave a link here to my Discord as well, if you guys want to check it out. It's a good little community. And then I'll stop shilling for now. There we go. And there's a link to the Discord. Thank you so very much there, guys. I hope to see you again in the future. Thank you very much to the team here. And thank you very much to Alvaro once again. Such a great game. Goodbye for now.